So, do female superhero movies suck? Let's find out. Do female superhero movies suck? Of course they do. Everyone knows it. They're terrible. I've got two reasons why female superhero movies fail. Now, the movies themselves fail for lots of reasons. Firstly, most movies fail. It's shooting fish in a barrel to try and say, oh, look, a movie failed. It must be because of feminism or something like that. Most movies fail. So let's not put it down to that. But then there's things behind the scene with the directors coming out and saying, well, if men don't want to see it, men shouldn't see it. And then men don't see it. And then, well, it failed because men didn't see it. And then the movie theaters politicize it. Like one movie theater said that it was going to show nothing but Captain Marvel on every screen all the time, just so you had to see it. And that's the worst thing you can do to the populace. Try and dictate to them what they have to prefer, what they have to like. But the two reasons I have, first one is that men don't contend with the mother archetype. Females do contend with the mother archetype. And the mother archetype is fucking awesome. Let's look at arguably the four greatest female characters of all time. Furiosa in Mad Max. Brilliant movie, brilliant character, well played. She was so good. Beatrice Kiddo in Kill Bill 1 and 2, same, so good. Sarah Connors in Terminator 2, specifically Terminator 2, and let's say Ripley in Aliens, the sequel, something like that. Four of the best movies of all time with strong female leads and great characters. None of those characters are heroes, however. Those characters are all mothers. Take Mad Max, for example. Furiosa is getting the girls in the back to the green place. The girls in the back are the innocents. They're all in white. They're very immature. She's like shooting, stabbing, killing, driving, throwing bombs, fire, destruction. And the girl sticks her head up and says, when are we going to get there? I can't breathe back there. I'm tired. And Furiosa's like, just put your head down and have a sleep. We'll be there soon. And that's what a mother does. A mother cares and is compassionate for the innocents, destroys everything that harms the innocents, and including herself. She dies in the process of raising children. If anyone's got a wife that's raising kids at home, it takes a terrible toll on women, that role. And we as men and everyone in the whole world loves women so much for undertaking it. And thus we love Furiosa for getting the innocent. I mean, the movie completely missed the bit how she got the five girls away from Immortan Joe into the truck in the first place. But she pulled that miracle off somehow. And then the great miracle was getting away from the entirety of Immortan Joe's cavalry. Is that what we're calling it? And she did that too. She was amazing, but she wasn't the hero. She was the mother. She was dying to save the innocents. And she was furious. The mother is furious in defense of her children, just like Sarah Connors. Sarah Connors gave up everything. She gave up her sanity. She was in a mental asylum. She gave up her whole life. She became, I mean, you saw her in the first movie. She didn't want to be a gun-toting, badass, friggin' kung fu motherfucker. But that's what she made herself so she could make her son strong enough to win the war. She gave up everything for John. Take a look at Beatrice Kiddo. Now, she was pregnant when she woke up. There was no baby. She assumed the baby had died. Spoiler alert. And the rest was about revenge for her murdered child. And she took wonderful revenge. That scene with the Crazy 88 is one of the best scenes ever, man. Like, this is the way the Crazy 88 will run in like a soldier's, like a drum roll. Chop, 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 chop. And then she looks at them all and she just goes. And Uma Thurman's a great looking girl, but she's got a face that when it was covered in blood and sweat and bruised and everything like that, she still looked great. It was a wonderful, wonderful role. And Uma Thurman did really good at it, but still not heroic. Ripley in the first movie, I don't know, I don't like the first movie so much, and perhaps she was heroic in that, but basically she was running scared the whole time. But in the second movie, she was sort of like chastising the stupid Marines, which were like little boys, saying you shouldn't go there, just nuke it from the sky. And she was holding that snake of a guy played by Paul Reiser. She was saying, you know, fuck your installation down there and all the money that it's going to cost the corporation to rebuild it again. Just do the right thing and destroy this thing. And she was the only one that was really tackling Paul Reiser. And then she was telling the boys, which were the Marines, to be more mature and to do things right. In the end, she seized control from the lieutenant and said, don't fire your weapons because there's whatever was going on with the air conditioning system that was going to blow up or whatever. But it's when she met Newt, and especially when Newt fell down the grate and went along the conveyor belt, that suddenly she became angry and jumped into action herself and strapped those guns together and went down with the beep, 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 beep thing and torched all the eggs, get away from her, you bitch line. That was so good. But the mother archetype, and we men, we're not wrestling with that. You know, we're heroic. With the females, I don't know if the female heroine, I suppose we're saying, is ever going to see the light of day. She can't come up for air. The mother archetype is so fucking cool, and we love to see that in movies because it embodies furious vengeance. To the second point, male heroes are essentially selfish. Luke Skywalker was a bored, whiny farm boy, and he wanted adventure for his own reasons. He could have stayed, he could have gone and joined the rebellion some other way, but he wanted to go and learn about the Force. He says it himself, I want to go, I want to learn the ways of the Force like my father did. It's essentially a selfish option. The hero is selfish. Harry Potter, not very likable actually as a character. I don't know anyone that thinks Harry Potter is the best character in the book. He comes across as entitled, and surely the world does owe him a childhood, but the book is about him staking his claim to say, look, I want to live a normal life. Everyone just go away. And he made the choice to go down to find the Philosopher's Stone and beat Quirrell. I mean, Quirrell couldn't have got it from the Mirror of Erised anyway. Dumbledore had long since taken care of that. And Dumbledore even says, or at least Harry says, I think Dumbledore offered me the opportunity to prove myself down there. And so Harry's choice to go down into wherever the Philosopher's Stone friggin' was, underneath the three-headed dog, was a choice. And to go after and find Ginny. He literally fought a dragon with a magic sword in a dungeon. Doesn't get much more heroic than that. But it was a choice to go down there with Ron. So Harry made a lot of choices too. Are we prepared to have selfish females in heroic roles? And I think no. And I think no because women don't want to see themselves as selfish. I think women that go and watch movies think we're going to be the better people. Women are better than men, and we're not going to be this self-centered, young, immature, selfish hero, which is essentially what the hero is. We're better than that. We're going to be selfless, which lands them right back in the mother archetype every time. So here's the message to Hollywood. If you want to make a successful movie with a female lead, forget the hero archetype. It just doesn't seem that women want to see a selfish person, and it doesn't seem that the female archetype can compete with a mother archetype. Just stick to the winning formula. Just make Furiosa, Ripley, Beatrice Kiddo, Sarah Connor type movies forever. They're the best. Leave the hero to the men, keep the mother for the woman. I know that's going to annoy feminists, but okay, that's just how to make good movies. All right, I'm signing off because this has been a long one. Charlie Delto, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my very next YouTube video, which shouldn't be too long. Bye now.